Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Frank has managed to get himself into that T-shirt. Don joins us as well. For Don, which of Liverpool's midfielders, apart from Ryan, is a world-class defensive midfielder? Stevie and Craig seem to think Liverpool doesn't need a backup number 6. Wow.
I don't think they have a world-class number 6, as in a holding midfield player. They've got very good players that can play there. I think Curtis Jones had he had 100% pass completion at Wembley the other day, so he'd done quite well. It doesn't really suit him though. But I tell you one thing I didn't really get a mention. When Ekitike went off and when Florian Wirtz went off, the bench looked like, names-wise, it was pretty much stacked, but there was no one on that bench that could really score goals for Liverpool, so that's why I'm pretty sure Van Dijk sent that little message after the game saying they'll still need more reinforcements going forward. Interesting.
Number 6, Frank?
I think McAllister can be a very good number 6. He has proven the world that he's been a world-class player and has been a champion of the world. So with Ryan and Gravenberg and McAllister, you have the players you need. So why do you need somebody else?
Yeah. Stevie?
Yep.
You stick by your original thought?
Frank, big time.
Start, bench and drop. Whose defence, Stevie, worries you the most going into the start of the new season? Liverpool, Real Madrid, Manchester City.
Oh, Manchester City.
Right.
Because they don't have one.
Oh dear.
They don't have one. By the end of the season, it was absolute disarray, and they've done nothing to change it. You know, Real Madrid.
They've got Rodri back though.
Real Madrid have gone and
he can marshal everything. He can sort everything out.
Well, he's not going to be back till at the very least September, and then what conditions?
Well, the season
are going
starts
to be
in September. That's all right.
If you think so, Dan, you'll know better than I do. Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
No, this is easy. Man City.
Okay. Right.
What?
I don't know where you've got Rodri's...
You've got those eyes going again. Where you've got
Rodri's medical reports from?
The manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Aye.
Okay, 2 and 3?
2 and 3, I would say Real Madrid. Because we know that Kanate and Van Dijk, when they're 100%, will be big, strong, organised, and they should be able to sort out the two either side of them, whether it's Frimpong on one side and Kerkez on the other. Real Madrid, on the other hand, Tyson's a good signing, but there's still question marks over the others.
Frank?
Yeah, I agree with Stevie.
Yes.
Liverpool, I won't be too worried about, because when the two guys are going to be ready with McAllister on top of it and Gravenberg, and I think the two guys on the right and the left side, the two new players, Kerkez and Frimpong, are going to be a little bit more defensive than the others, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, for example, on the right side, and they have the players to help each other, and you have some other players who can come on. So I'm not worried with Liverpool. So I go for City because, as I said during the show, I didn't see any improvements with new players, so I don't see why it's going to get better. And the Real Madrid, because we don't really know where they go and how the midfielders going to be settled down. And then Liverpool,
If Baleba and Donnarumma sign for Manchester United, Don, will they be a top 4 contender?
Yeah, I think they would be.
Come on.
I think they would be. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of really. I mean, there's obviously 2 or 3 positions that you'd like to fill if you're playing fantasy football, but you're getting one of the best goalkeepers in the world. You know, Baleba's a brilliant young player who can cover the grass, and it's exactly what Man United need, because they need legs. They've signed Cunha. They've signed Mbeumo, who hit 20 goals last season. They've still got Bruno Fernandes. They've now got Sesko. They have to be patient with Sesko. Don't think he's the answer just yet. Even though he cost a lot of money, Man United fans, don't get carried away like he's going to hit 25, 30 goals a season. He's very young, a bit like Rasmus Højlund. But I tell you what, I mean, they're going in the right direction, don't get me wrong. The challenge for a while, whether they'd finish in the top 4, probably unlikely.
Right, so you say no in the end?
In the end, I would say yes.
Frank, how was your train ride home? Did you throw the Ekitike jersey in the wash first thing? In case you missed yesterday's show, Frank bullied Ekitike into giving him his shirt after the game, and also gave him a lecture about how he won the Community Shield after losing it 4 years before, so not to worry. Is that right, Frank?
No, it's not right. I didn't bully anybody. I asked him to know if I could have his shirt, and I nicely said yes. He said, "Come in the tunnel, I give it to you." I said, "I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to go in the tunnel." He said, "I'll bring it back to you." He was so kind, and I really appreciate that, because you never know, you have a shirt of a player who's very young but can be a legend within 10 years. I say, wow, I have Ekitike first shirt, first game, first goal for Liverpool. That's amazing. Can be a very big collector. And he was absolutely nice, and he was frustrated, but kept his calm and gave me the shirt. Yes, I washed it this morning. Don't worry, I arrived late. I arrived around midnight, but this morning it was a washing machine, and it's been washed, and be soon in a poster window where I can see it.
Frank's thinking about selling it already.
I know, he's already thinking about the financial implications of it. Stick it on eBay. Bish bash bosh.
No.
Well,
I keep it for me.
Yeah. You didn't quite make it sound like that.
Yeah.
Don, what shirt have you got that you will keep forever?
Oh, probably the Lothar Matthäus one, just that left-hand side of me
yeah,
there. Look,
banged
if I
on
can try
about
and spin
that,
that round. Does that move around? There we go. Lothar Matthäus, number 10. Left his captain's armband in there.
Oh,
that was a
nice one.
Scored the winner in Germany, beat them 1-0 for Scotland.
And who is Hutchison on the shirt? Who's that guy?
Oh, he's got it in his garage. Lothar Matthäus has got that prime spot in his garage.
With the injuries to Bellingham and Camavinga, does Real Madrid need to address the midfield before the summer transfer period ends, Stevie?
I don't necessarily think so. I think he needs to figure out how to get it firing on all cylinders, both with and without the ball. I think they've got the personnel to cover till Bellingham gets back, but they just even last season they didn't get the mix right. I don't know whether it's the positioning or it's a real conundrum, because they've got quality. There's no question about that. They just don't seem to be able to play that well together. That's the thing he has to do.
You all played in teams that did well in your respective leagues and in teams that were towards the bottom of the league. How is the pressure different when trying to avoid relegation as compared to trying to get European places all to win the league? Don, obviously you're part of that West Ham side that went down.
Yeah, it's completely different, because you go into every game when you're down at the bottom thinking it's a must-win, or psychologically you're thinking, well, let's not lose this today. So it puts a different pressure on it. It affects how you go out to games. You've got no confidence. You're trying to not lose a game, so therefore you think, oh, well, let's just get a point today. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Therefore, if you get a point and you come in at 5 o'clock and you see the teams around you have won, it's deflating, you don't move anywhere. I always talk and I'll always say, and I stand by it, when you're down at the bottom of the league, and it sounds pretty obvious, but it's true, you need back-to-back wins, but there's a reason why you're at the bottom, because you're not winning many games, so the chances of getting back-to-back wins is pretty rare, so you never seem to move away from the bottom 5, 6, 7 positions once you get off to a bad start. Top end of the league is totally different. I've never went for a title, but I've been in for European football, and you are absolutely flowing as a player. You're confident, you can't wait for the games. There's no thought of drawing or losing. You go out to win them all because you're all super confident, but there's definitely more pressure when you're at the bottom of the league, for sure.
I really think that the difference between the relegation and the possible or European places is that when you don't get the European places, you're disappointed, but it's okay. But when you are relegated, it has consequences in your career. And you go back to a League 2 or you go back to the Championship, and you know that your life is going to be different. In order to go back to the Premier League or to go back to the Liga, it's a hard work. And it depends on many things that you don't have all the tools. So, yeah, the pressure is bigger when you try to avoid relegation, I think.
When you're down at the bottom, a lot of the reason, again, is because you're not scoring many goals, because you're not winning games. And so every opportunity you get is gold dust. Right. And when you don't take it, the first thing that comes to your head is, we're never going to get another chance. When you're at the top, it's the opposite. Because although somebody might not take an opportunity, in your head you're going, well, you know what, we'll get another one shortly.
Right.
So it's two completely different mindsets.
Good stuff, guys. That is it. Steve, you've done a lot of days in a row at the moment. Are you off tomorrow?
I am, yeah.
What are you going to do with yourself?
Not a lot.
Good. Well, that makes a big change. Thank you very much to Don and to Frank as well. ESPN FC returns to your screens tomorrow. Naden will be in the studio alongside me.